Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we're taking a look at Kasey Kahne's 2013 Quaker State Chevy SS Elite. This is the first scheme other than his Farmers that was released in 2013, and we'll kind of go over the car and box here in just a second. So the first thing we're going to see is the insert that comes with it. It is a certificate of authenticity, DIN number, I believe it's 90? Yes, DIN 90 of 175. We've also got just Quaker State 2013. That's really all there is to see on there. Not a ton of crazy information or anything like that. Our box style is going to be the sleeve and box style from the 2013 season. So that's what they ran at the time. You see number 13. And then you got one of 175 Quaker State 2013 Elites. This is a car he should have won at Charlotte in the fall with, but unfortunately tires kicked him just like they did in the spring. He should have won both Charlotte races. Just saying. Go back and watch them. You'll agree. Anyway, go ahead and take a look at this car here. So we've got a gloss green all over the front. That's the nice thing about them Quaker State schemes. They always had a really good presence for a lot of green on the car. You can see we've kind of got the swirl going and then the 5 in the middle in yellow. You can see the number on the door is tiny. Look at how tiny the door number is. So that's something that always drove me nuts about the early Gen 6 releases. The door numbers were just so darn small. Kasey Kahne up there on the name rail. Window net up here, I believe, does come out. Nope, I'm not going to mess with it. It's too tight. But yes, the window net normally can come down. We got Quaker State over here, Farmers Insurance, Time Warner Cable, Great Clips. We'll go ahead and pop open this one roof flap here, and you can see the 2 tethers that pop out as well. And I got to let it sit back down. There we go. We got number 5 up there on the roof along with 3 antenna holes. That's right, there are 3 antenna holes on this one. Early 2013s did have that. Real durable oil. Quaker State on the one side, number 5 on the other. And then we got a Chevy emblem on the deck lid. Inside the rear, we do have our fuel cell, braces, and tether. Or tethers and brace. We got Farmers Insurance on the deck lid, DIN 90, little metal bars under the window, and then we got Quaker State up there on the roof. Right side is the same as the left. We've got our Quaker State, tiny door number. The skirt is painted with the car, so looks pretty good there. Getting around back to the front, we've got an all-green Chevy SS front end here. We've got the 5 on one side, Hendrick Motorsports on the other, but just all green all over the front of this thing, all one color, and it looks pretty good. The hood there, you can see we've got the Quaker State logo. We got Kahne and 2 Chevy emblems up on the windshield banner. Fun fact, the Chevy emblems were not on the ARC of the Quaker State car, only the Elites. The Elites were released shortly after the ARCs, and that was, excuse me, that was when Lionel made the change to go from a blank window with just Kahne on it to adding the 2 manufacturer emblems to the corners. So that is actually kind of a unique thing to that one. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood here. So we got our Chevy SS engine here. You can see 2 tethers, 2 braces, Quaker State Chevy under the hood, and then we do have each individual plug wire in here, but you can't really see it. I gotta get a better camera, or not a camera, but better lighting, because you can kind of see it from this angle, but it's so dark in there, it's really tough to see. But the engine block does have 8 individual plug wires going to and from it. Underneath the car, you can see we've got our DIN plate here of 90. There's the rear suspension, which does move a little bit. This one's pretty stiff. I'm not sure if it's been messed with at all, but it is a little bit stiffer than usual. You can see how that spring is real stiff. It actually doesn't want to use the spring part of it, so I'm not sure 100% why it's so darn stiff. But it is working. We also have the transmission lines up front here. What else do we got going on here? We got our tailpipes. We've got working front suspension. Actually, a much more mobile front suspension than rear suspension on this car, because it should sit pretty low, but you can see all the movement we got there. Overall, this car is just a real sharp-looking paint scheme. I would say it was one of the better looking paint schemes of that 2013 season. Didn't run a ton of paint schemes that year, unfortunately. Ran more, but he was still short of, I think he only ran like 6 paint schemes. So, I mean, it's still a good number, but this one was definitely one of the cooler ones. I think it ran at Kentucky and then again at the Charlotte fall race. And he had good runs at both of them, so. Anyway, that is pretty much all I have to show off on this car here today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Turn on the notification bell and subscribe for more Diecast content. But other than that, this has been Race Craze. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.